Hey everybody, Shawn Holsinger here from holsingersflyshop.com. Bringing you a tying video this week. I'm bringing you an indicator. Yes, it's a dry fly, but it's meant to be an indicator, solely as an indicator, but I have caught fish on it. The weird thing is, I use stuffing out of a pillow, okay? That's why Josh Miller, the creator of this fly, his friend Joe that he's partners with, both of them love them greatly. They're great guys. They have a great YouTube channel called Troutyeah. Go over and check them out if you don't know them already. I don't know why you don't if you don't already, but go check them out. Josh actually does some fishing with this fly and shows you how he does his Euro nymphing with dry dropper setup. Anyways, guys, here you're going to see a picture of the fly. I'm going to tie it for you the way I tie it, and then I'll talk a little bit more about it at the end. Okay, here you see the Popsicle dry fly in the vise. Great dry dropper indicator fly. Let's get into tying it. For a hook, I'm using one of our Holsinger's Fly Shop dry fly hooks. This one is a size 14. I tie them in 14s and 16s mainly. For thread, use whatever color thread you want, or whatever kind of thread you want here. I'm using some Semperfli Nanosilk. This is 12-watt brown, but use whatever you want. Now, for a body on this, we're actually going to put a little bit of a body on this. Just when the fish is looking up, it's going to see it. Again, use whatever color you want here, but go with some kind of natural, a brown. I'm going to go with an olive on this. You could do a sulfur color if you want for during sulfur season, but it's not really meant to be a match the hatch kind of thing. It's just dressing up, painting a turd more or less. You're using this as your indicator, not actually as a dry fly, but we have caught fish on this fly. So wrap that on there, and we're going to put it back just around the bend of the hook just a little bit, but I want to keep that tight so I have a nice streamlined body. Come back up about a third of the way. When I get to that third of the way point, that's where we're going to start the wing. For the wing, we're going to go to that Poly-Fil that I showed you there at the beginning real quick. I'm going to take a clump of it, quarter size-ish maybe, and what I'm going to do is just strip it and put it back together, and strip it and put it back together, and try to line up all the fibers so they're all going together in one direction. And then I'm just going to kind of give it a little bit of a twist so it gets tight in the middle, and I'm going to sit that down on top. And the way I like to do it is I like to put it down on top and then figure eight it into place. There's a reason I like to do the figure eight here, and it just makes it a little bit better when I put the indicator. It brings it in the middle. So tie it like spent wing spinners. So get that in the middle, and then I'm going to pull them up together and make a wrap or two around it like a parachute post. Now, next thing I'm going to do is come in with my poly yarn, or sorry, my dry fly yarn, ultra dry yarn from Folding Mills. I like the pink. I like pinks and gold, or greens, chartreuse. I can see them both well. Sometimes one a little bit better than the other in different light conditions. So this one I'm going to tie down in the middle of the hook. And again, I'm going to go in front, and then I'm going to tie it into the post. Now, you notice there, I didn't do the figure eight on that. The reason being, it's going to keep it in the middle of all this fluff here. Now, we're going to come back in with another clump of the Poly-Fil again, about the same size as the back section, that quarter size. Get my strands all go in the same direction, make a couple pulls there, twist it together, and then I'm going to do a figure eight again. Get a wrap, go in each direction, do that figure eight wrap a couple times, and then pull it up and make my parachute post. Now, the reason why we did that figure eight with the parachute post, you can see this comes out in the center and not out on the sides. Now we're going to make a couple wraps up front here, and we're going to put some more of our dry fly dubbing on. Put some more of that green on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it back and forth on both sides to cover up the body of this fly and make a nice body looking thing on here. So a couple wraps in front, and then I'm just going to figure 8 back and forth both directions. Try to keep it thin, so keep your noodle tight there. Try to keep it nice and tight. And then bring it up behind the eye. So when you turn this upside down, see there you have a nice taper. That green covers the whole bottom of the fly. And it's going to be like the nice taper of a mayfly. Whip finish it off. And then we're going to trim our post. Okay, when I trim my post, I'm going to pull all my fibers. Give it a little bit of, just a slight twist, and then I'm going to cut it about a 1/2 inch. Whoops. Just cut straight through about a 1/2 inch. It's going to puff out, and there you see that keeps that in the top, and you get white the whole way around it. That's why I did the figure 8s on that, and it keeps it just on the top where I see it, and the fish don't see the pink. So it keeps the pink out of the fish's eyes and just seeing the white, and seems to be a little bit better that way, I think. So there you go, the popsicle fly. Okay guys, hope you like that fly. I'm telling you, if you get into dry dropper, if you haven't gotten into dry dropper fishing on your Euro rig setup, you really need to. It's a highly, highly productive method of fishing. And this fly here works really, really great. What I do with this fly, I don't have my bottle of it handy real quick, but I usually carry a bottle of high and dry floatant. If you know what Flyagra is, it's the same kind of stuff. And I just dip this fly right in that, pull it out, and go fishing with it. Just wring a little bit of it out and pull it out and go fishing. And it floats like a cork. This thing works great because it floats really, really well. And I keep the size down on it too. It's not like a big heavy, you know, New Zealand indicator or something like that. You can tie these pretty small, so it's less intrusive on the top of the water. The white looks like foam, you know, it looks like the foam floating down the top of the water, so it's less intrusive. The fish don't seem to mind it at all. And I can float a pretty big fly underneath it, so I really like this fly. Josh did a great job with it. You know, I'm not sure if he picked it up overseas or something in competitions, or where he got it, how he came up with using the filling from a pillow, but it works well. So anyways guys, if you need me to tie any of these for you, if you need any material to tie any of the flies, like always, please go to our website at holsingersflyshop.com. You know, we have all the stuff there. Go to the craft store and get the pillow stuffing, sorry. But anything else, we can get you covered there to shop. So thanks for watching guys. Until next week when I bring you another video, I'm Shawn Holsinger.